Welcome to the Emily Otto Show, business coaching for rebel healers, priestesses, and other witchy women. This podcast will give you the tools to help you build and scale your online healing business so you can help more people and make more money. My goal is for you to enjoy your life and business with plenty of time for pleasure and play. I am over the moon delighted you're here. Let's start today's episode.
I am so freaking excited to announce a totally free, brand spanking new, hot off the presses masterclass happening just for you, dear rich witch, amazing wild woman healer, priestess, beautiful woman listening or watching on YouTube this incredible podcast. And it's called The Rich Witch's Guide to the Galaxy. I am so excited to put this out there into the world. I want you to walk away with the guidebook to creating your richest, most abundant life as a healer in business on this planet in these times that we're in the dominant culture of North America, in the patriarchy during late stage capitalism in 2023, you need a guide. You need a guidebook. And I'm literally going to craft the guidebook, hand it over to you, and then give you this incredible illuminating download in a 1-hour free masterclass on Tuesday, March 21st, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Yes, there will be a recording available, but get your cute butt registered for the live program so that you can have it at your fingertips and anytime you want it. So, what are the pieces of the guide? I'm going to walk you through 3 key guideposts, 3 key stages and steps of the journey, demystify them, break them down so that you can apply them to your life, your business, your wild woman work in the world, make consistent cash, help your beautiful clients consistently, and enjoy the shit out of your wild and precious life. So, the first thing we're going to talk about is sensual strategy, the structure of your business, the programs, your offerings, how and why, what order to put them in, and how to create them so that your people can see you, hire you, and feel ridiculously supported by you. The second guidepost and structure we'll be talking about is illuminating intimacy. Intimacy, sacred intimacy, is devotional attention to details. And this is the key to a delicious and satisfying life, the key to crafting work in the world that super supports your people and juices you up, all at the same time. I will talk you through the rituals, the ceremony, the daily practices to invite into your life to create and craft this illuminating intimacy. And then the third pillar, the third guidepost, I am going to share with you my unique philosophy and brand and way that I do my work in the world around sacred sales. I know you're a healer. When I say the word sales, you get all itchy. You kind of want to vomit. It feels gross. It feels sleazy. Why do we even have to sell our work in the world anyhow? I hear you. And you are legitimized in the tantrum. Let it out. And then I'm going to show you how to make sales sacred, how to create a divine offering, how to invite your people in, and how to allow and enable them to invest with you as you're investing your energy with them. Join me live for the Rich Witch's Guide to the Galaxy, happening at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on Tuesday, March 21st. You do not want to miss this. I'm going to only send this beautiful guide straight to your glorious inbox when you register. And I want you there live. Juice it up. Join me live. Ask questions. Get wildly supported. I will see you there. And then. Good morning. Hello and welcome to another episode of the Emily Otto Show. Oh my goodness, there is so much happening. It is very early spring here where I live in Ann Arbor, Michigan, and I just saw the first crocuses yesterday. These beautiful little purple and yellow flowers, snowdrops, which are like the first of the winter early spring ephemeral flowers here. They're white and they're beautiful. They have been going for at least a week, maybe two. So the signs of the seasons turning are all around me. I'm looking out my window at the garden to see if the snowdrops are still there. I don't think they are, but I am very excited with the season change, and the full moon moving into Virgo is such exciting, grounded, and structural energy for beautiful business things to be taking place. So I wanted to announce, super freaking excited about doing this. It is the Rich Witches Group VIP Day, and it's going to be happening right here live in Detroit, Michigan on Saturday, May 13th. I am inviting 5 incredible, wild, and witchy healer women in business to join me for a live group VIP day experience so that you can set the structural foundation for your business. We're going to take a look at your program suite, your marketing strategy, and I'm going to help you create and invoke divine rituals to increase your consistent cash, your abundance, and your wild woman activation through a cacao ceremony and ecstatic dance party at this gorgeous loft in Detroit, overlooking Eastern Market. You can literally fly direct to Detroit from pretty much anywhere in the US, and oh my goodness, please join me if you live internationally. And then the venue is literally 20 minutes away, and there are so many hotels around this loft that you can choose to stay at, and it'll literally be 2 to 5 minutes away. You'll be joining me and 4 other incredible women on that day in that loft. We're going to start at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. There'll be coffee, tea, get to know you sessions, hanging out, chill time. As I mentioned, the cacao ecstatic dance ceremony. And I'm going to lead you through step by step and help you figure out what are your next big moves in your business. What are you inviting in this year? We will plan all the way through the rest of your year, or just for the rest of the season, whatever works best for you. Tweak your content marketing strategy and help you feel excited, energized, and juiced up about the work you're doing in the world, who you're working with, who you're speaking to, who you're calling in. I have already sold 2 spots for this VIP day. I'm only offering 3 more. You have just over 2 months to get your ish together, plan, come and meet me in Detroit on Saturday, May 13th. You do not want to miss this. I have been waiting to offer group experiences for women to amplify the ish out of your business. And it's here. It's happening. So join me for the Rich Witches Group VIP Day happening on Saturday, May 13th. You can get all the details on my website, which is at www.emily-otto.com/rich-witches-group-vip-day. Or just click the link in the show notes. Send me a message on any social media platform, send me an email, or just choose your payment plan on the website. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, I'm offering this for a wicked, ridiculously low price of just $1,000 for the experience. We start at 10 a.m. We'll break for lunch. We'll walk down to Eastern Market. We will end at 4 p.m.-ish, and then that's the day. That is the experience. And it's just $1,000 or 2 equal monthly payments of $500. You can choose your option right online. I think that's everything. I'm so freaking stoked to do this. This is my life's work in a capsule. I couldn't create a VIP day if it wasn't for all of the experience I've had helping over 350 women build and shape and craft their business in the last 3 years in my business, and then the 15 to 20 years prior I had of working within other people's businesses and seeing what works, what doesn't, what feels good, what doesn't. So I made this day just for you. And if for some reason May 13th doesn't work for you, reach out to me. I have 2 VIP days a month that are set aside just for you. So I can fly to you, you can fly to me, we can do them virtually, and I have 2 available for March. 2 for April, 2 for May. Send me a message. And I hope you join me for the Rich Witches VIP Day experience on May 13th. Hello, welcome to another episode of the Emily Otto Show. My name is Emily Otto. I am a business mentor for rebellious women, wild and witchy women, priestesses, and incredible healers. You could say that I am a healer for healers. I help you heal your business so that you can help a lot of humans and make a lot of good money. And no, these things are not at odds with each other. You get to make good money and be a healer and help people. And that's what I'm here to help you do. So, hi, welcome to the next episode. Stay tuned. I am so freaking excited for this episode because I'm going to get up on my soapbox. I had to counsel a few incredible clients about this week. And I have strong opinions. I have strong opinions when it comes to donation-based offers and healers, okay? So it's really easy for people who have a lot of money to give things away for free and to then start to preach and say, the best thing to do is just to make everything accessible and donation-based. It's really easy to say if you can pay your rent and your mortgage and you've never worried about food in your fridge. But if you're a healer, chances are there's been moments in your life where you've legitimately worried about the food in your fridge. I know I have. There was one moment in my business where one day in December, my husband and I literally had $600 in our bank account. 600 was it. That was it. There wasn't another savings account. There wasn't a backup fund. That was it. And luckily and gratefully, and by the grace of the business coaching support I had and incredible clients and a network of people that I had been consistently supporting, I was able to sell a few incredible packages and programs, and literally overnight, that bank account went from $600 to $6,000. But I don't ever want to be in the $600 place again. And I don't want you to be there either. And maybe for you, 600 looks like 100 in your bank account, okay? Maybe it looks like 6,000. Maybe that's your, oh God, I only have this moment. It doesn't matter. It's relative. The point I'm trying to make is I don't love donation-based businesses. And the reason is you get to make real money. And you don't have to keep giving it away for free or discounting your programs and services in order to make them affordable and accessible. So I wrote down a couple key points today. This is going to be one of my longer episodes because I have a lot to say on this and it has a lot of evidence backing it up. And so I really, really, really want to give it to you straight on why I don't love donation-based when it comes to healing arts businesses. Now, if you are a techie for-profit company, if you are the maker of things like this and you sell them, a whole bunch of them, then yeah, by all means, move to a donation-based model. Make wild amounts of donation-based programs, services, and offers, okay? But if you're a healer and you are not yet making foundational monthly income, I'm talking about covering your business investments, right? Your virtual assistant, your marketing support, your business coaching, your healing mentor, your software, your website costs, and then the food in your refrigerator, your housing bills, your electrical and heating bills, okay? If you are not yet making that amount of money, I really don't think you should be making something donation-based. And here's why, okay? So, once upon a time, I helped my ex-girlfriend run and market her donation-based yoga studio. At the time, she was one of maybe 10 donation-based yoga studios. And you know what happened over a decade? Most of them folded. I think there's only one left in existence. And I can tell you from behind the scenes that her donation-based yoga studio did not provide her guaranteed monthly income. It was a struggle. It was a struggle. And the reason being, the people that need your services need them and they want to be supported by you. They want to support you, but not all of them feel like they can spend that amount of money. Okay, so it used to be With her programs, she had a free weekly class on Wednesdays. That was awesome. And you're going to hear me pitch for that. Go ahead, give things away for free. And then have foundational monthly income through other programs and services that supports you and supports you giving away free things. Okay? So her system and model, and the one we tweaked and built together, was her free weekly yoga classes. And then it was donation based. And at the beginning of the business, everything was donation based, pay what you can. But it wasn't making ends meet. And she couldn't figure out a way to quit her day jobs. And we watched as slowly across the United States, the other handful of donation-based businesses that were yoga studios folded. It wasn't sustainable. And it's not because the idea isn't solid, and it's not because the people's hearts aren't in their work or that people don't see the value in it. It's because we are trained and have grown up in a capitalist system that says, well, it's this dollar amount and it's a flat rate, right? Your bills, your mortgage is consistent and monthly and probably high, yeah? Or your rent. It doesn't vary based on what you have coming in that month. And it sure as hell is not donation based, right? So with a system of fixed cost like that, it is hard to have people create the ability or see the way through to donate a larger amount. Those that can do. But most of the time, when it comes to a donation-based program or system, people are going to donate the lowest amount that you enable them to. That doesn't mean people are cheap or people don't want to pay you more or that they don't have it, because most of the time they do. The problem is within the inherent structure of capitalism and how we have learned that a certain thing costs a certain amount of money, right? And so when presented with unlimited options, people get confused and don't know which one to select. And so if you say, well, it's a minimum donation of $5 or a minimum donation of $8, that's what people are going to go for. And I've watched it again and again and again with the yoga studio, with other people's yoga studios. And then I've heard of these really awesome donation-based restaurants and soup-based programs. The reason the soup and the tea house that I know of worked is because it was limited. Okay, the donation-based program and service was limited to a specific day at a specific time for a specific product. It was soup and a sandwich, and it was the same one, right? So as a restaurant owner, you could use the same bread with the same cost, the same special soup that maybe you got discounted vegetables or you had potatoes you had to use up, right? And then it was a limited time and day so that it was predictable. You knew how much money you were going to lose or make by delivering this one donation-based service. And then the rest of the structure and the strategy throughout the week, this was a regular restaurant, okay, with regular prices and list fees that were stable for things. So through having the stability and the foundation of charging a standard amount for standard items and services, they were then able to create a donation-based program and branch. And that is what I am arguing and pushing and pleading for you to do, dear healer. But before you do that, I want you to set your foundation. I'm looking at my notes to make sure I'm checking all of this off. Okay, I've told you about the yoga studios and the soup. I've talked to you about humans and capitalism. I think that it's something we can shift over time, right? We are in late stage capitalism. It is going to die, but oh my goodness, is it gonna take a long time? And it's gonna be squeaky and struggly and frustrating to frickin' kill it. So while we're working our way there, it's important that we explain and show the value of your beautiful and wild healing work in the world. I recently was talking with a client, and I've had this come up twice in the last week too, around the coaching industry getting a lot of shit because it's like we're charging for friendship. And there's people that are trying to degrade it or say that it should just be free or that it's not valuable work. And what that really is the systematic devaluing of women's work in the world. okay? I want you, when you hear that, to recognize it for what it is. Because when you hear the thought, or you read an article on the internet, or you read some ridiculous Facebook conversation, don't do that. Stop scrolling. Pay attention to your clients. Keep going. When you read these things, there can be the thought of, yeah, they're right. Who am I to charge this for friendship or for just like supporting people? That is the systematic devaluing of women's work in the world on purpose, okay? Women have not had the right to vote or hold property for very long, and I am grateful and honored and blessed, there's a cute little red squirrel outside my window, to be able to say that I have held 4 properties. I am 38 years old. I graduated with my master's degree from the University of Chicago in cultural psychology. I pay massive attention to systems and how they impact the individual human in good ways and in bad. And holding that amount of property, selling and buying houses, man, I can tell you again and again, the deck is stacked against us as women, and especially as healers. So it is a radical act to show up in the world and say, I do this beautiful thing. And it's going to feel a lot like a really good friendship and intimate attention and care. And yes, I am going to be well paid for it. That's why you're a rebel. That's why you're a rebel. You're a rebel healer in the world. And you're not alone, babe. There are 700 women in my free Facebook group, Business Coaching for Healers and Spiritual Entrepreneurs with Emily Otto. Go join me there. I'm doing a free masterclass on the 21st, live in that group, on the Rich Witch's Guide to the Galaxy. Do not miss it. And I want you to create a foundation with your programs, your program structure, the rate that you are charging, so that you have consistent, stable, predictable monthly income. And then, and only then, should you create a donation-based program. And in fact, I'm going to make the argument for giving away the juice for free, even before you create a donation-based system, okay? So eventually someday, yeah, people will see more and more value in trading, and maybe you already do. Trading and donation-based and other systems of commerce that don't rely so heavily on this crazy capitalism thing. But your mortgage, paying the bank, paying the rent, if you live in a van, like paying for the van, all of it is a hard fixed cost, right? And so you need to be making consistent cash that is beautiful and fixed and increasing to some extent. I will never forget one of the women at the donation-based yoga studio. She was this beautiful, older, wise woman, and we had this delicious, hard conversation about what is enough. What is enough when it comes to money, when it comes to owning things? And it's a good question. The capitalistic world is not based on principles of enough. And then there's this weird dichotomy of how do we feel that it's enough? Make it so with what we're spending and what we're doing, and then understanding that yes, there is limitless abundance in the world, in the universe. However, there are physical reality limits. My body has a limit. The hickory tree, the shagbark hickory tree outside my window that this squirrel is yelling about, has a limit, right? The squirrel and its cute little furry body has a limit, and that's not a negative. So it's okay, and in fact good, to say, here's my foundational programs. Here's the bread and butter of my work in the world. So I'm going to use my business as an example. For me, the foundation of my work, what keeps me going and paying my own bills and mortgage and supporting my clients, is my one-on-one coaching. It has a fixed rate, and it is a fixed contract period. Generally, people work with me between 6 months to a year for one-on-one business coaching and mentorship. I can only take 5 of those clients at a time. Right now, I have 1 spot left, so send me a message if it's yours, and that's 1 spot for the next 6 months. And then my Rebel Mastermind, I'm about to go into launch mode for it for the 5th time. This is the 5th time I'm running this program. The first time I launched it, 0 signups, total crickets, total launch fail. But I knew that this program was important. was critical to healers in the world and was going to be the thing that moved the needle forward. So I kept going. And to this date, I've had groups of women from 8 to 10 to 22 in the program. And I'm about to launch it again and change the structure a bit more so I can invite more women in. Those are my foundational programs. They have fixed costs and fixed durations. And as a healer, I am recommending that you do the same. What is your one-on-one coaching? What is your group program? Come on into my free Facebook group and tell me this week. Tag me in it and say, I heard you say this in the podcast, Emily. Here's what I'm doing. And then make one program donation-based. Maybe it's a guided meditation you lead in a group online once a week. Maybe it's a sisterhood circle once a month. Maybe it's a full moon ecstatic dance ceremony like the Rebel full moon party that happened for free once a month. I love giving generously, but I love giving generously from a place of overflow in your cup. Overflow. Oh my goodness, I have enough money to pay my bills. Hell yes, let's give from that place. Because again, you're a healer. Your problem is not that you're not giving enough away for free, babe. Your problem is that you deserve and want to make more money consistently so that then you can relax. You can chill. You can take time off. You can stop working all the time. You can stop feeling like you're not doing anything. You have clients to serve and support. You're paying your bills and you're going to fun things that you want to do. And it feels juicy and alive and pleasure-filled. And that's what I want for you with your business, with your life, with your work. And from that place, you can give generously. I love doing things for free and paid. I've tried the donation-based thing. I've tried the low-cost thing. At the beginning of my business and when I was building, doing a $25 webinar once a month and a free webinar once a month was bananas. Amazing. Great strategy. And I recommend that if you are not yet to the $30,000, $45,000 mark of revenue annually in your business, go try that one on. Do a free webinar and a $25 paid thing once a month. Get it in front of other people's audiences. Go buy my $2.99 ebook on Amazon. It's called the $25 webinar. And I'm talking all about how to get in front of other people's audiences and then allow people to invest with you on a deeper level. Go grab that and apply the tools immediately. I've got swipe copy for you, audio, all the things. It's just $2.99. It's an ebook. I self-published it. It's out on Amazon right now. And then build your program, build your foundation, and then create a donation-based program. Give it tiers, okay? The most successful things I see happening right now for donation-based programs and services are, number one, it is not the main source of income and is not the only thing that person is doing, especially the people who've built six-figure businesses and then go back and preach a donation-based business. Those bitches are not making money, foundational income from the donation-based model. I'll believe it when I see it, okay? I'm gonna be cynical about this shit because as a rebel healer, I have to be in it. And here's what I've seen over the last decade, okay? In different businesses, all healing businesses. I want to focus on healing businesses because they're different. You're different. And the reason you're doing your work is different. It's not just to make lots of money. It's to help people and make lots of money. So have your foundational programs and structures, then do something for free or something donation-based, right? Or maybe you do both, but have tiers. With a donation-based thing, say, okay, it's a 2-hour class and it's going to be yoga and meditation and energy healing and it's limited to 10 people and it's a $25 minimum donation or $55 or $111. Give people 3 tiers. Most of the time, people are going to choose the lowest tier. And some people who can, in that moment, either see their ability to afford it, have the actual money, or really want to support you in your work and the other clients you have are going to pay the higher tier. But usually it's about 25% of people, on average, that pay the higher tier. Most people are going to pay the lowest tier, and almost nobody is going to select the middle option. I'm going to give you one more example from my business and then get off my soapbox for today. I used to offer tons of different payment options for my programs, for my 7-week programs, CEO Enchantress and Sacred Sales Priestess, and then make a plan. But what I find consistently over time is that people pick one of two options. They either pay in full for the program, or they pick the longest extended payment plan. Almost no one across the board picks the middle options that are like 3 payments or 5 payments or whatever it is. Almost no one. In the entire running of my business, 3.5 years or so, I've had people select the middle option maybe 2 times. And again, that's out of 350 clients, okay? So it's just not worth the time and energy and attention to try and fuck with your pricing that much. Have a base rate, have a higher rate, create accessibility and affordability through your program tiers. Give everything away for free that you possibly can, and charge good money so that you can help people and make foundational monthly income, because you deserve to make a living doing your beautiful, wild, feminine, healing work in the world. Okay, I'm gonna get off my soapbox now. Have a beautiful day.
That's it for today. Share this episode with other Rebel healers so they too can make more money and deeply support their people. Join my free Facebook group at Business Coaching for Rebel Healers with Emily Otto, and stay tuned for next week's episode. XOXO.